New build alert, man. It's been a while since we created a new build for y'all. The last build we created was a couple days ago. I don't know exactly off the top of my head how long it was, but link down below for that one. That was a 3-and-D small forward player that we created, Jimmy Butler-esque, but it's really a lethal shooting version of Jimmy Butler. So definitely go hit that link down below to go check that one out, and then check out the playlist series to tap into all the other builds and animation vids we got going on so far for 2K24. But nonetheless, man, let's get straight to this one, man. Y'all already see the title and the thumbnail. Y'all know what y'all here for. Y'all know what it's about to be. So here we have the custom template for the offense heavy point. All right, we're gonna get to the attributes as soon as we get through this real quick. But of course, it's a point guard. Y'all know what y'all here for, man. Sitting at the height of 6'2", 196 pounds, and that's for strength purposes, which is very important for some of the badges that we have unlocked for this build, along with a wingspan of 6'5". All right, so at a quick glance, you'll notice that there isn't any defense on this build. All right, and obviously that was done on purpose, right? This is an offensive heavy point, right? This build is made to prioritize offense over defense. So ideally, if you're playing with this build in the rec, you'd want to be in some sort of zone defense, and then probably playing one of the lower corners in that zone to be able to hide yourself from, you know, having to guard lethal perimeter players. All right, second thing you might quickly notice is that there isn't any attributes applied to the dunk categories on this build. And again, something else that was done on purpose, and that's simply because, you know, with this build is something I want to try different. I want to basically try to get the layup as lethal as possible to be able to finish more around the rack at a high rate due to the layup. All right, so the layup's at a 91, and that's actually paired up with a 65 strength, and that's to be able to get some badges that are gonna be useful with this 91 layup and to finish around the rack, such as fearless finisher. Without that 65, well, fearless finisher on gold, excuse me, because without that 65 you can't get it on gold. All right, and then without that 91 layup you can't get that Giants layer on Hall of Fame, slithery on gold, and so on. So we'll get straight to it. Let's go ahead and list out these attributes. So this is what you will need again to be able to create an offensive heavy point, and you guys already know this is what you guys are here for. Y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail. All right, so let's get to it, man. Close shot, you'll want it around a 77. The driving layup, you'll want it around a 91. From there, you're gonna skip over to mid-range shot, and you're gonna want that also around a 91. Your 3-point shot, you're gonna want that around an 87. Free throw around an 89. Pass sack around an 89 as well. Ball handling around an 85. Speed with ball at an 89. Perimeter defense at a 54. Again, the defensive stuff, you can kind of play around with it at your own liking, because the 54 defense, it ain't really getting you much, right? You're not getting no badges, right? There's like 0 defensive badges we're getting with this build. This defense is not going to be played with this build. So again, you're gonna want to be in the zone consistently with this build to hide your trash defense, basically. All right, so 54 perimeter defense, 28 defensive rebound. Again, you could play around with these, try to see if you can maybe do something else that you would want. But speed at an 84, acceleration at an 87, strength at a 65. Again, the strength at a 65 is very important to be able to get that fearless finisher on gold. So you're gonna need that at a 65. That has to be a 65. All right, vertical 54, and stamina 99. And stamina 99 is necessary for handles for days. All right, along with that 95 ball handling. So that must be a 95. Excuse me, a 99 along with the ball handling at a 95. All right, I know some of you guys might also be wondering, oh, why is Biz putting acceleration at an 87 instead of a 77? Because Mike Wayne, you know, clearly stated that a high acceleration isn't really needed this time around in this year's 2K. But he did also state that it is needed, you know, for certain badges like we see here, like speed booster and blow by. So an 87 is necessary to be able to get that speed booster on gold along with blow by on gold. All right, which is gonna come in handy when looking to explode out of certain moves and attacking from the perimeter to get great attempts at the basket to finish with a layup. All right, so that's something to consider. The speed is at an 84. That's kind of paired up with the vertical. The vertical, I try to put it down more, but you can't put it down beyond 54, because if you do that, it's going to interfere with your speed. It's going to lower your speed automatically along with your speed with ball. So that has to be at a 54 to be able to at least get a 84 speed and an 89 speed with ball. All right, same thing goes with perimeter defense. I don't think you can put any lower than that. It's going to interfere with your speed as well, and possibly some other attributes. But other than that, though, some of the things that you can kind of toy around with, depending on what you're looking to prioritize, is going to be more on like the mid-range shot and driving layup. If you don't want it that high, I would advise for you to have it that high to be able to be very deadly on the offensive end with this build. Again, offensive heavy point. All right, because 91 mid-range shot gets you the gold blinders, gets you a Hall of Fame guard up. You lose that Hall of Fame guard up and Hall of Fame open looks once you drop that below a 91. Again, driving layup 91 gets you gold slithery, which is very important for a build with no dunk to be able to finish around the rack. That's going to be very important to pair that up with your gold fearless finisher, Hall of Giant Slayer. You feel me? That gold slithery is going to be very important. So you only get that at a 91, all right? 91 layup, that is. So keep that in mind. And then the 3-point shot at an 87, it's a necessity to get that silver Agent 3. You lower that below an 87 and you won't be able to get silver Agent 3. So depending on how you want to play, this might be something you can tweak up. You might be able to lower this. So 3.87 isn't really needed at 87. You can probably lower it to an 86, maybe get an extra attribute that you can upgrade somewhere else. But if you lower it past 86, you're gonna lose that silver Agent 3. So depending on how you want to play, maybe that's something you want to consider. Maybe you want to put it at 84, 85 if you're not looking to really take pull-up shots from like the 3-point line. So it's up to you on your play style. But if you do want that silver Agent 3, you're gonna want this, the 3-point shot, at least at an 86. All right. But again, of course, all of this you guys can toy around with it somewhat, but just keep in mind when you start to toy around with it, you might lose that offensive heavy point focus. So that's something to consider. But that's it, man. That's it for this build. Again, y'all see it right there. Make sure y'all copy that thoroughly. Make sure y'all go ahead and input that exactly how it is there if you want it to come out exactly how we got this build. And to get these shades of Kemba Walker, Trae Young, and Darius Garland, man, you feel me? Some lethal point guards in here, including Kemba, you feel me? Who should have had a better career than what it turned out to be for that young man. But all these players right here, they're lethal point guards that played very well below the rim, right? They finish well below the rim and shoot the ball very well. And not only that, they can handle the rock tremendously and facilitate at a high level. So if this is what you're looking to do, this is your build. Make sure you go ahead and copy everything as we went over it. And again, you're gonna get this offensive heavy point with shades of Kemba Walker, Trae Young, and Darius Garland, all right? But that's it for this one, man. Y'all comment down below what y'all think about this build. We soon come out with gameplay footage of this build so you guys can see him in action. But it's gonna be lethal, man. It's gonna be a crazy one, all right? Just no defense, but again, you can hide that with some excellent zone defense, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue, all right? Also, comment down below what other builds y'all want to see. But that is it for this one, man. Y'all make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, as that helps us out tremendously with the success of the channel and bringing better content to you all, man. I'm gonna highlight you on the next one. Y'all be easy until then, as always, all right? Love.